What happens when we disobey God's command? When we go against His word? When we defy the laws that He has set over His universe? All of creation was forever changed in the Garden of Eden. Now, no, let's really think about that. When I looked up Eden, it means delight and pleasure in Hebrew, and it represents an original state of divine intimacy, pure innocence, and unbroken harmony between humanity and the Creator. And that was before the arrival of ego, separation, and fear. Now, He had told them, you can eat from every tree except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. They didn't have to work or toil for anything. God had provided everything. And He said, if you do eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you will die. But He meant a spiritual death. And that's exactly what happened. So it's not like they didn't know what would happen. He had already pre-warned them. And God never meant for that to even exist, let alone amongst humanity, meaning sin and hatred and evil. He never meant for any of that to exist. But He already knew that it had already previously existed in heaven due to what Satan had tried to do. So that's why He was preparing and forewarning Adam and Eve. You can eat from anything. You can eat from every tree except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because they didn't know anything about sin. They didn't know anything about evil. They were pure. They were holy. They had unbroken harmony between them and God. And so Adam and Eve, they were the start of all human creation. Just think of how amazing the world could be right now had they not allowed themselves to be fooled by Satan and overcome by sin. Now look at the evil and the world that we exist and live in today. There's so much hatred. There's so much bitterness. There's so much unforgiveness. There's so much evil. There's so much, just hatred in the world. Darkness, extreme darkness in the world today. There's so much division. And all of those are things that God did not even want to exist amongst His creation. Hence, that's why He said, do not eat from that tree. Or the main objective here, obey God. Obedience is better than sacrifice. What you do, and this is something that people don't think about. What we do not only affects us, it affects those that come after us. It affects our children. It affects our grandchildren. It affects those that we are in partnership with. It affects those that are all within our sphere. All of creation was sacrificed at the hands of one person, Eve, who then she was tempted and deceived by Satan. And she ate from the tree, and then she gave it to Adam. And I think God was more so upset with Adam because he knew better. God had told him. And so what Adam tried to do, flip the script and try to say, oh, the woman you gave me, she made me eat. She gave me that fruit to eat. When I read that, I was like, ooh, Adam tried to do a blame game. But it doesn't matter because he knew better. God had already pre-warned. So the whole moral, obey God, is so much easier, is so much better than sacrifice. This world has sacrificed enough. When is enough gonna be enough? Aren't y'all ready for peace? Aren't y'all ready for love? Aren't y'all ready just for brotherly kindness, just for unity and light? That's what we need. That's what this world needs. All of this division, all of this hatred, that's for the birds. Enough is enough. Let's do better. Let's join hands together and be one. Be unified. In Jesus' name.